Good evening, and welcome to the Heikadelic Show. We would like to take this moment to let you know that viewer and listener discretion is strongly advised. So sit back, have yourself a nice cool drink or hot drink, and enjoy the show. And welcome once again to the Heikadelic Show.
Hey there. I saw the most disgusting thing on the internet the other day. It was one of those reels, and they were taking wieners and looking at them under the microscope. Raw wieners. Oh my goodness. I didn't know there were that many creepy crawlies on a raw wiener. So make sure your wiener's cooked really well or boiled. Don't eat it raw. This is sort of a Heikadelic announcement to keep you safe. Anyway, enjoy the show.
Oh, whoa, that was just like boom, right there.
It's like bam.
I was just having a sip, and I was like, wow, George, you might as well press play.
Oh my God, there's 4 of us today.
Yeah,
Nice
who's
to have
the
you
new guy?
back, Ringo. We missed you, Ringo.
What? Ringo is gone?
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah, we missed Ringo. Even our fans missed Ringo.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Kathy, look at that.
The real question is, Ringo, did you miss those? That's the real question.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I popped
Okay.
on a couple of times to watch, but I wasn't really in much of a position to hop in there. But
Yeah. No, but I'm just saying, as long as you missed us, that's all right.
yeah,
Cheers, Kathy. Holy shit, is Kathy number 1 today?
Kathy's number one. Yeah,
Yeah,
Oh.
Kathy won.
Well, here's to number 1. Fix us up, George.
You can do better than that. Hang on. Oof. Hang on, I've rearranged all these. Where did I put it? Oh, there it is.
Whoa!
Cheers, everybody.
Yes.
And welcome to another edition of the Heikadelic Show.
Yay! Ah. Look, so right now my internet seems to be working because the last few weeks my internet hasn't been working. Ringo's disappeared.
Yeah.
We've been relying on you two down there on the bottom shelf, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
figured
And see that they relied on us, and here we are on the bottom shelf again.
Yeah.
It's all right. I know my place.
It's all
I have
good.
no aspirations.
Yeah.
That's nice to actually see you moving, Derek. You didn't do the. That's
yeah,
funny.
pretty good. Yeah, she got high speed dial up. Is that what you're doing?
He's got high speed freezing.
Oh,
Right?
wait. Yeah, no, I don't know. Okay, so we're with Belle, and Belle does whatever Belle wants to do, and they go, "Oh, sorry,"
Yeah.
and
We're gonna call that high speed lockup.
we're gonna call it maybe somebody's tree fell down, and I'm getting a better connection tonight.
It might be. Yeah. I was so glad to get Starlink.
Yeah.
I know there's a lot of ex-Twitter fans and Twitterers that are not happy with Elon, but I'll tell you
That's
that
too bad.
it's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
But Bell can suck it. I hate Bell.
We all do.
Yeah, yeah, I was so, it's beyond disappointed, right? They just,
See, for me, I'm waiting for Starlink as well, where I am.
yeah.
But unfortunately, all I can get where I am is Bell. I can't get Rogers. It's not available in my area, so it's like.
Well, I can get Rogers, but it doesn't fucking work.
Yeah, see, I can't even. I can't even get Rogers. I can get like rural net and all that other shit, but it's
rural
that's
wave.
like dial-up. It's bullshit, right?
Yeah.
They have
Yeah.
one tower nearby, and it's oversold, so the bandwidth is like nothing.
Yeah.
So
Well, think about it. Like they have, if you guys have ever experienced the horror of being a customer, you're a absolute minimum 1 hour wait. But that's going to be more like an average of 2 to 3 hours to try and fix your problem.
Yeah.
And then, of course, they don't fix it.
Yeah.
And then there's all these handoffs and,
3 times. Oh, and then you
Yeah.
got disconnected. Oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
Right.
Call back tomorrow because it was 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
Well, in 2016, I think it was, I had an apartment. No, sorry, 2018 or something. I had an apartment up in Sudbury because I spent my week down there doing what I was doing. And then, so I had a second phone and satellite and all that stuff. And anyway, so I went through the proper motions to cancel it. And so I kept getting these overdue account things after I left. And I like, what? Help me understand why I'm getting these. Well, I don't know. Like we see on your screen that you did cancel, and I said, well, then stop billing me, right? Like,
yeah, because I'm done with you.
Stop the bleeding first and figure out what's going on. And so anyway, that turned into a 8-month battle.
Yeah, I remember you telling me that. Yeah, that was crazy.
Their bills came up to like $2,800, and it was stupid. And then finally got it all resolved. They zapped it. But in the meantime, they were nice enough to report that to Equifax that I wasn't paying my bills.
Yes.
Bunch of fucktards. Oops, sorry, did I say that out loud? They just that's the thing. And here's another thing today. I noticed. I brought back I rented a car for the weekend. I went up.
Okay.
And so the rental was pretty reasonable because I had it from Friday to this morning. Yeah. Unlimited mileage and all that. So it was $211 for an SUV.
That's pretty decent.
Yeah, it was not bad. I booked it through Expedia. And it was with Thrifty Rental, right?
Okay.
But so what they do is and I bought all my insurances up front, so I was good there. I didn't get, convinced to buy a bunch of stuff at the desk, which normally they get you there.
Right.
So I ended up they had like a damage deposit of $350.
Okay.
They added immediately, and that's like if you turn it in and they find out you were smoking in it or whatever.
Yeah.
They want to,
keep it for
they
cleaning.
want to have that money secured. So anyway, so I go and bring it back this morning, and I said, well, okay, so when are you going to reimburse me for the $350? And they said, well, it takes like 4 to 5 business days. I said, well, that's funny because when I walked in, you wanted it right away. So why, you've done the walk around on the car.
Yeah,
so why
give it back?
Exactly. And he said, well, that's the maximum. So, but I don't know. It's just like everybody's got their bloody hands in your pockets.
Oh yeah.
And if you think about it, shit like that, it's gone, right? You'll
but
never see it.
if you do that to 100 people in a day, right?
Yep.
Whatever that money is times 100, well, that's in your bank account, right? So you're making the interest or whatever on it, or
absolutely.
It's it's how do I say it? Well, you can't say it nice because it's not nice.
No.
Okay, so there's some charities and stuff that people do, like say A&W. I think they do one for MS, right?
Yeah.
It's great that they're doing research for MS. That's awesome. But they are taking your money and getting a tax receipt for the money that you give to them.
Yeah.
Right? So they're collecting tax on your money.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, and
they're getting a write-off.
Right. So it's like when you go to the grocery store or anywhere now, they ask you, hey, would you like to donate X number of dollars to a cause, right? Or a hospital or something, right?
Yeah.
So occasionally I'll do it, but I generally don't. I just turn it down because, you know what? It's like a fad. Businesses are just trying to compete with other businesses. They figure that's a warm and friendly, but you're right. You're absolutely right. Who's getting the tax deduct for not $5?
We'll match you dollar for dollar, right?
Yeah, 500,000.
Yeah,
$5
now-
million, right?
Yeah, now it's doubled, but they're still getting twice as much back because of the
well.
they
First
matched
of
it.
all,
Mhm.
yeah, and from a tax standpoint, they get to snowplow all that into. So yeah, do they really care? Are they going through the motions? I don't think they care at all. I
And
think the
what- and-
fundraisers that are put together for, like Derek, you're working on a fundraiser right now with a bunch of bands for Walter, right?
Yeah.
And I think that's brilliant. I did that one time for a friend of mine who had stomach cancer, and we actually raised $10,000, right?
Yeah.
I was like, here you go, man.
That's
That
awesome.
should help you. In the grand scheme of things, that can never be enough for that situation, but it covered him short term while he was trying to work out his insurances and everything else. But that's
Right.
The last time I
great.
looked, we had 12,000 in his GoFundMe.
There you go. That's yeah. I think the active charities that have good people behind them, great. But then you get a lot that don't have good people behind them. And then
You got to watch how much you make.
Right, but you'll get organizations too that just kind of use the charities as a platform for their own advantage, right? Like, hey, let's tie this into a charity because everybody will feel real good about spending money with our company, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
The ones that you can see make a difference are the ones that say, okay, pound for pound, we'll put up some money as a company and match it, right? So
Yeah.
Mhm.
And honestly, the people who set it up, they it happened right away.
Yeah.
Right. Like it was close people, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was good. You know what I mean? It was meant in a good way.
Yeah. And you're
meant in a good
also
way.
you're giving your time and your band's time and everything else to participate.
27 people or 27 different acts.
Yeah, I mean that's amazing. That lineup was pretty incredible.
Yeah.
Everybody's
you get 15 minutes. You get 20 minutes, but 15. So we're just gonna backline, go up and you play your 4 songs or whatever.
Yeah.
Take off. Some guys are gonna be like, well, that's one song to us. Cool.
That's real.
Well,
that's tangible,
good for you.
Right?
That's awesome.
Yeah.
You just in things like that are privately done, they're pretty awesome as well. It's just you gotta also watch. I participated in one time, and it was, I don't know, it was about 15 grand or something like that. And one of the organizers actually took about, I think it was 5 grand of that money, and spent it on their own shit. They had to pay it back because I found out about it, and there were a few other ones, and we just said, you know what, you're going to pay it back.
Yeah, that's not right.
So, so they did, but they had no business doing that. That was never their money to touch. Right?
No, that's stealing, actually.
It totally is. Yeah.
Now,
Right?
From a charity.
The thing with that in general, okay, people were collecting money for this for Walter, anyways, for who are doing it out of the kindness of their heart, but who are they? You know what I mean? You do see that, right? And it's like, oh, this is going there and there, and it's like, but he doesn't have anybody, so you had to actually watch what you were doing before you did it. And then once they found his aunt or his cousin, made it a little easier, right? Because then we were like, hey, guess what? Spare no expense.
Yeah.
It will be taken care of. Yeah.
If it was for even, for his to have more than
Yeah.
just a funeral or something, right? But anyway, this whole concept of charities. So George, have you ever been asked to work like for a charity, like as a DJ?
Yeah, I think so in the past. Yeah, done
Yeah.
one or two bits and bobs. Yeah, why not? Why wouldn't I?
Yeah, there's a lot of good opportunities for musicians and stuff because you're actually delivering a service, right?
Yeah.
That people enjoy.
Yeah, well, I remember even like funny this time of year going into kids' homes.
Yeah,
Taking me disco in and giving them a Christmas party with flashing lights and music. It's heartbreaking
awesome.
what you're seeing there, but
Yeah.
so you go, oh my, you come away feeling pretty bad, but you feel pretty good for making the effort. But it breaks your heart. But
Absolutely.
sometimes you just gotta go out and do it for somebody else, right?
You know what? If we could ever get our shit together and actually get out and do some remote stuff, that would be awesome. If we did like a Heikadelic Christmas party.
Any part.
I'm going to go and be losing some weight soon, but I might not be able to be Santa, but maybe Heiko can because he's already got.
Well, the kids
I'll
are in
have
there.
a little more beer, and I think I'll be okay.
I'll be Krampus.
Wouldn't that be fun though, George? Like,
Absolutely. This is the best. Like I say,
DJ
it's tough. It can be really tough because who you meet, the kids in there, and you think, the great kids, and in this situation, anybody who's in this situation, what I mean? I've done stuff in hospitals as well, and it's just, it doesn't have to be Christmas. It can be any time of the year. If there's anyone out there who thinks you could use our George.
Hey,
that's. Yeah,
I was thinking of Heiko actually the other day because I saw this thing and like when guys put their their fingers behind you, right?
Yeah.
Do you know what that is? Do you know how that what the origin of that is?
I don't know. I just don't understand why you thought of me.
I don't know because of your things. You know how you have your your little hey, this is because of this. Yeah.
Dead ringer.
Yeah. So this thing. So anyways, how guys go behind and do that, right? So the actual definition of that goes back to the Middle Ages. And when you were at a social gathering, if a guy did that behind you, that meant that his wife was cheating.
Oh, really?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I've done that so many times.
Yeah.
So you'd have to go behind the guy to do it, or behind the girl?
Yeah, the guy whose wife
is cheating on him.
Yeah. So you go behind, so all the guys know it's it's his wife, bud.
Whoa.
It was like either rabbit ears.
It's the V. Yeah. Yeah. Woo.
Hi, Susan.
In school, you used to go like
Susan.
1, 2, 3. That's how many girlfriends you had.
Yeah.
See, I never even put thought to it. I thought it was just some little bunny ears or something.
Yeah. I thought so.
There you
I
go.
thought it was something to do with the devil you were going to say then.
No.
Yeah.
Well, I remember talking about like giving money to stuff. When Band-Aid was on, I was doing a gig.
Yeah.
What was I? Wherever. I was in Manchester, I'd be still in England, and like whatever I got that night, I actually sent in to Band-Aid.
No, that's cool.
You do it, right? You do
Yeah.
it.
Right
You
on.
might not, might not be in a position to give actual cash, but you can give you services, right? And
Yeah.
it
Sure you
helps.
can.
I think I was 10 in Band-Aid. That was like 84 or something,
Oh
right?
my God.
Wasn't it?
So
It
would
was
you guys,
85. I'll tell you when it was. It was July the 13th, 1985.
1985.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I think I was doing. I can't remember what I was. I have to think about that. I know I was.
So
like
you were
in
just a little puppy there, Derek.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I'll tell you what. On this very day,
No.
December the 12th.
12. Yeah.
Yeah. In 1970, do you know what happened?
No.
I was in Dad's bag.
Should I tell you? Do you want to know?
Yeah, tell us, George.
I actually did my first ever paid gig as a DJ.
Oh.
52
Wow.
years ago today. And it was
Holy
in a
shit.
pub. It was
And
in a
Oh, yeah.
how much did you make?
I came out with I think I came out with about £12.
Wow.
Because I
That's a
didn't
lot
have
of
my
hot
own
dogs.
gear. Well, I didn't have my own gear, and I didn't have transport, so I like paid for the rental of the gear, and I gave gas money to my brother-in-law to get me there and back.
Right.
And so when I paid out I was left with £12. And at the time, because I'd not been working that long in a day job, I used to work all week for £11. So it was all right.
Yeah,
But it was a 21st birthday party.
Yeah.
Because they're big in England back then, like 20 when he turned 21.
£11, that would be about what? Like 20
Then
$26?
15.
about 3 times. I think it was about three
three
Canadian.
times?
Yeah, so it'd be like
33. Wow.
$36, yeah. Something like that.
Holy shit.
Yeah, big money back in 1970.
This is like going to fucking Mexico for you.
And then a few 6 months later, I had a club residency 4 nights a week, and I used to get paid £3 a night as a DJ to go in and play, right? But, I just needed. They used to provide the music. I used to have my own library as well. I'd always keep on top of it.
Right.
But I was working all week for £12, and I could do like 3 nights for £12.
And what was the number one song back then, George?
When the one that sticks out for me was Maggie May by Rod Stewart.
Really?
Yeah, that was the number one song. Like, there's a couple, but that was the big one because I remember they used to bring in records for me to listen to and say, and then they could return stuff that they didn't want. Like, no, I could use that.
Yeah,
that was the days before I used to get promo discs, promo music, and I remember getting my Rod Stewart, and it was on the B side, and what was on the A side? Reason to Believe, I think it was, and and then it went huge. It was huge in the States, everywhere, wasn't it? Everywhere.
Speaking of the A side and the B side, maybe we should see your backside.
There you go. I didn't even think of that one.
Whoa.
We're a bit different tonight because CD.
Oh, a CD. Whoa, the glare.
Yeah.
Oh my God. You gotta go full out on that.
You're really going to have to hold that up close.
There you go. So that's why the light up.
Your studio's dark there.
Oh,
so
wait a
really
second. Okay, so is that the band?
That's the band.
That is the band.
Holy shit. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 people?
I think I know who it is.
Okay.
Go for it.
Okay, so I'm gonna say I'm gonna say it's either Dire Straits or
Blood Rock Sausage.
Dire Straits. Who I'm going for first of all. I want to say
you're for Dire Straits.
Yeah.
Why do you think it's Dire Straits though?
Just because one guy looked like he had Mark Knopfler's hair.
Oh yeah.
This is strictly it.
Wow.
There you go. Well spotted.
Yeah.
I just thought I'd try CD, just make a change to the vinyl.
Well, CD. That's what I had.
That's your jam.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
So Susan's saying my late husband was a Dew, and he told me he used to get a cassette with a bag of Coke to play Two Guys music. Crazy lifestyle. So yeah,
was not a DJ, and he told me to use a cassette with a bag of Coke.
Okay. You had a cassette with a bag of Coke and play music.
And just so you guys, I should have had my hands up when I did that. You guys did see that was just straight up guessing, right?
Yeah. So
right.
Kathy was asleep at the wheel.
Oh,
falling asleep at the wheel.
Wow, Derek didn't give anybody much of a chance there. He goes,
no,
I know who that is.
No, I thought it was either that or I thought it was Bruce Springsteen.
Right, yeah, it could have been.
Right.
Yeah.
I was trying to think of who is a big time band, and I'm trying to think this is going to be late 70s, early 80s ish. Yeah. And yeah. But, yeah.
Well, that was a good guess there, buddy.
Yeah, you're back to that form you had when you first came on, when you were just doing it week.
I know he would beat everybody, and we said we got to get this guy on the show.
Yeah, that's
But
right.
now we won't leave. Like,
Yeah, I
what
know.
the hell?
Yeah.
Still doing it.
Oh. So
Sorry, I got
Susan's correcting her message slowly here.
a bit of a
Oh.
hack going on. So
That's okay.
Oh.
Susan, we get it. You know, sometimes, you know, your fingers and your like typing on a keyboard. Okay. Do you remember the Blackberries?
Yeah, and the little ball.
Yeah. So I was texting somebody and I went to type out London and I typed out Long Dong.
oh,
So
Pre-autocorrect.
yeah. So it was a work thing and I had texted something like, yeah, I'm gonna show up at Long Dong. No, I'm gonna show up something. Anyway, it just did sound
Oh,
so
Long Dong.
appropriate, right?
yeah,
Show up with
That's-
my Long Dong. Well,
That's
that's
funny.
not mine. It's not. But yeah,
well,
Right.
today
better.
on my way out to where I am, I did a little drive-by and I popped in at Country Stop Burger and saw Danny. So
How's
he says
Danny
hi. He says hi to everybody.
Hi, Danny.
Hi, Danny.
He's doing great.
Donnie,
In the new year, they're gonna open up early for breakfast again, from what I hear, at 7 o'clock in the morning, and
Nice.
7 days a week. So
Ooh.
he's
They're
getting
gonna
the
get that
breakfast,
morning.
getting the
They're gonna get
breakfast
that
people
morning
back in.
traffic from all them construction guys.
Yeah, it's a busy area, right? And a lot of guys stop in, and if you're there around lunchtime, you'll see all the guys stopping in trucks, right, coming to get a lunch.
Trucks and compressors and
I see Kathy's not taking accountability for the fact that she was asleep at the wheel.
Oh.
Saying
No.
that there is a delay on her end and she missed it this week. We'll
No.
go with that. Yes.
All right, Kathy, sounds like a good one.
Yeah, we'll put that up in our. Let's put that up in our excuses.
Uh-huh.
George, make a note of that, please.
Okay, I shall do that right here. So,
It was funny. I got to tell you though, I was standing there,
okay.
and I didn't order right away because a bunch of guys came in, so I just stepped aside and said, "Danny, go ahead, right?" So he's taking orders from a couple other guys there, and the one guy orders a bunch of stuff, and there's a guy with him that didn't order anything, right? But he wanted to use the bathroom, and you got to get a key there, right? And I almost burst out laughing because when he said that, Danny just stared at him. It was the what the fuck stare. It was so funny, right? And he goes, "You know, the bathroom's only for customers, right?" It's just the way he did it, man. It was priceless. You should have been there. But he actually did let him go to the bathroom
Yeah, I
finally.
was gonna say you let him go, right?
But it was funny too because then the guy got all his food and he's getting ready to go, and Danny's going, "Where's your buddy? Is he still in the shitter, or did he go back out to the truck?" Yeah, he was still in the bathroom. So he had to go.
You know what though? That's becoming more and more of a problem because obviously during COVID, people were using that as an excuse. But I find a lot of gas stations, and nobody really wants to have to use a gas station bathroom if they can avoid it. But some of them are pretty clean. But some of them, you get there, you fill up, you go in, and it's like, no, it's closed. It's out of order, right?
Yeah,
that's the worst.
I had a couple. I used to work at an auto parts store in Richmond Hill.
Right.
I had a couple come in. I could tell that they were a little rough, right? Mm-hmm. Can we borrow your washroom? Yes, you may. 10 minutes later, they come out. Dude, I've never seen a washroom look so bad. I mean, feminine napkins on the floor, like it was just gross. So I can understand, and I had to clean that stuff up. So I can understand why people say no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Well, actually,
drunk chick, no. Drunk chick, go around back.
No, but I get that, Derek. Like if you're a destination that like a gas station, always should have a bathroom. I mean,
It should. It should. You're
Yeah.
correct. Yes.
Tim
Yeah.
Hortons should always have, or not to name names, but a
Almost
coffee
legally,
shop,
but those quick coffee places should, yes, they should, because any place that serves food is supposed to have a place to get rid of the food.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
Yes.
But it's funny because like now, like, it's very hard. I spent a lot of time in Toronto recently, and yeah, unless you're going in to buy something, you're not going to get to use their washroom. And
No.
I was
It's a problem.
talking to a guy who I know who owns restaurants, right?
Yeah.
And he was gonna make a new restaurant because he sold his one to a bicycle shop, and it started becoming a lot more of a hassle to for entrepreneurs now, right? Just to set up, like, they want more money from you. You have to pay more taxes.
Mhm.
I forgot where the fuck I was going with that.
About the bathrooms.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so now for the bathrooms, he had to put in 3 different types of bathrooms. So he had to put a male-female bathroom and a gender-neutral bathroom.
The question mark. Yeah.
Question
Okay.
mark. He's in a small building. He's in a small building that can't accommodate that. Really, it's a century building, right?
Next.
Yeah.
Heiko's gonna get on this one.
I'm gonna explode. You know
We're
that?
gonna get
Right?
shut
I'm gonna
down.
explode. What do you mean a gender neutral bathroom?
Hey,
A bathroom that anybody can go in.
No. Listen. Is the toilet the same as the other 2 bathrooms?
Yes, and it also has
Fucking
a
right it
urinal
is.
in it.
So you know what you do? 1 bathroom, 1 toilet. I don't give a shit who or what you are. Do your business. There's your toilet.
Yeah, that's
Fuck
probably a
off.
good solution.
Like, seriously. Like, come
Well,
on.
Hey, when you go to Mexico, have you ever been on an excursion? You were just in Mexico. Did you go
Yeah.
on an excursion? They just
Yep.
go, you go over there.
Yeah.
Don't be
Actually,
modest.
in France, like many, I was in like France in Paris once, and like the bathrooms are used by both. You know what I mean? You go in a restaurant, and there's a bathroom.
What there
Men
was
and women.
in
And that
Mexico,
was back in like
Should
1981.
be that way. You know?
you go to the bathroom, everybody goes in the same door, and all the sinks are there to wash your hands, and then the men go this way around the corner, women this way around the corner. It's kind of cool.
Well, it used to be that
I just think go wherever you want to go in here. Go in here. If you
Yeah.
have a problem with somebody going in that bathroom, then you go and stand guard, or you go with them.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, the only use for let's say a third bathroom, or even a second one for that matter, I get like having one for.
It's just to have
anyone
3.
who has- yeah, but say someone with a handicap, they
Right.
need that extra room.
Yeah,
They need the grab bars and all of that.
Yeah.
And you know, maybe
100%.
that's the designated whatever family one or something, because you can have the table changer in there. And but yeah, you know what? Like, it's I think we're at a time where nobody likes labeling. Oh my god!
But not to be able to start a business in a century home, because you can't put another room in there.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh
so
my-
what? I got one for you. What is the new Aunt Jemima pancake box called?
Oh my God, I have it. You want me to go tell you?
Yeah,
Okay, I'll go get it.
grab it.
Just while you get that, it is around bathroom stories. Back in '82, we went to see the Rolling Stones in like a big park in the north of England, northwest of England, in Leeds, Roundhay Park. And there was one big pub, you know, the really big pubs you used to get in England, just before you got to the park, right? So you can imagine it was just crazy. It was 1982, right? And like, I remember going to the bathroom, and the guys were standing up at the stones or whatever, the urinals, whatever was there, as we call them, and women were lining up for the stalls because the lineup was so long in the ladies' bathroom. Some were going to the men's bathroom, and no one had a problem with it. You know, it's fine. You know, it's.
Oh boy!
Here is the new Aunt Jemima. It is called Pearl Milling
Milling Company.
But does
Right.
it say
Yes, it is.
formally? Yeah, see,
Aunt Jemima.
Right.
It still says Aunt Jemima.
Formally
or does it?
Formula
Aunt
Aunt
Jemima.
Jemima.
Yeah. So I heard that was like a transition deal, right? So they have to post that for a while because they want anybody who bought Aunt Jemima, they want to transfer those customers to this milling company. But okay, snowflakes, you fucking idiots, you
Wow.
won.
And there, I don't even understand the relevancy of any of that shit because Aunt Jemima is, I don't even wasn't her real name, but way back, and that's how the syrup was, and her name was on it. And if you wanted that kind of syrup, you got Aunt Jemima syrup.
Yeah,
If you didn't like
you know
that,
what?
you got a different brand of syrup.
I'll
Find out.
I
Yeah,
always took that as she was a nice, it was a comfort.
Like how will that offend anybody? The name Aunt Jemima on your syrup bottle,
Yeah.
right? Like, holy shit, snowflakes! What's wrong with you?
Well, I
Derek's,
don't know.
Derek's gonna find it. It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense. It's like Mr. Potato Head, right?
Yeah, exactly. And the toilet thing. A toilet's a toilet. You go to anywhere and buy a toilet. They're all the same bloody thing. It doesn't matter what you are. That's what you use. That's a toilet.
Mm-hmm.
So I do not understand a gender neutral bathroom. It makes no sense to me.
Why do we have to get so uptight about stuff like that?
I don't know.
Do you want to know something? Like, I don't.
Tell
The
us,
Aunt Jemima
Derek.
thing is not a
No,
race
like,
thing.
I don't care. I don't care where you go pee. I don't care where you go poo. I
No.
don't care if you stand up. I don't care what hole you stick it in somebody when you're having sex. Don't be a dick. That's it. That's
Well,
That's exactly
here's a spin on
See,
that.
but
When you say a
you
bathroom's
can't use
closed,
that word, Derek. You can't use dick because it's
it's
It might
specific.
offend
It's too
somebody.
specific.
no, but just man. That's.
You know,
I
the
know,
thing
buddy.
is, you brought.
I have
got-
friends. I have friends who are she's, right? It's still a little hard because you know somebody for a few years, and you talk to them one way. Now and I got buddies who laugh at me for it, right? Every time I'm like, "Hey, man," like, yeah, I'm like, "Okay, yeah, you know what I mean." Right?
Yeah.
It's just
Well, it's funny today. I just heard a thing about when men pee into a toilet. It's
fuck.
it's fact.
I know the time.
No, it's fact that it can spray up to 5 feet, like the splashing, right?
Yeah.
So,
Well, you're not
And-
supposed to flush your toilet with the lids.
Wow.
no, this is peeing into the toilet. This is not the flushing part. The flushing part does something too. It puts vapor all in the air, right? Of whatever the hell was in the toilet. But so here's how I'm going to say how I think, okay? Because I think I was raised as a decent human being. So you go to an establishment where there's men and women, and there's one bathroom, and that bathroom has a toilet in it, right? So
Right.
now you can choose. Do I sit? Do I stand? So if you're going to stand, lift the lids up, first of all, right?
Yep.
Because other people have to use this toilet as well. It's not there just for fucking you, okay? And if when you're done, you get a little bit of toilet paper, and if there's a little dot or dribble here and there, clean it up, because some other young lady is going to have to sit down on the toilet that you pissed all over after you're done. And it's just it's common decency. It's manners. It's the way you're raised. A toilet's a toilet.
I might
and
be
we
having
all
oral
use
sex with that young lady later on.
Right.
Well, the thing is, we do that in
I want
aeroplanes,
to
right?
know that. Yeah. Please.
When we
what?
fly in, we all use the same toilet, washroom, whatever,
Wow.
bathroom.
It's funny you say
People
that.
do
'Cause
clean up after
this just-
themselves, right?
This just happened.
Airplanes are disgusting.
No,
They're
this just
fucking
happened
flying
on the
cesspools.
airplane. And the guy that went into the toilet before me
Oh.
pissed all over the fucking place.
Oh yeah.
Uh-oh.
Like, how does
Yeah.
that happen? How does that happen?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like,
How about
You know,
I used to work
if
with
you
some guys who
can't
used
aim-
to stand on the seat.
Sit the fuck down if you
Yeah,
can't
right.
aim.
Exactly.
Sit down.
Yeah.
No one's going to
But-
see you.
Might have just
But-
hit some turbulence, but at least clean it up after.
You know what? I don't care what happens.
Sit
If
down
you
and
piss
lean
on the
forward a
seat,
bit.
Ah.
Lean forward.
wipe it up.
Lean forward.
Clean
And
it up.
sure as shit, after was a girl had to use the bathroom,
Mhm.
right?
Do you know what? Like,
Well,
I'll go
girls
in
hover a lot
sometimes.
better than us.
I'll go in sometimes, and I mean, I'm pretty, you know, I don't want to say anal about that stuff because that's a bad, but
That's
yeah.
that's good.
So I'm particular
though.
about it, but to the point where
Talking about
sometimes I
shit
go
and
in,
anal.
do my business, and it's like, wait a minute, this last person left it pretty bad, and I'll actually clean it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I always, my concern is that somebody's going to come in,
I think it's
you
you.
know, that has some maybe physical issues or
Mhm.
you know, maybe disabilities, and it's like
Yeah.
for them to have to clean it up to do their business is
Mhm.
100 times can be very difficult compared to, you know,
Yep.
others, but it's just very disrespectful. I mean, I
Yeah.
don't get how people can actually sleep at night.
No,
knowing
and
that
that's
they-
why, like I said, I got extra napkins. I wiped it up, and then I went over and I called the guy a fucking pig.
Yeah.
Like-
that
You know?
yeah.
And you just point and you go, look, there's a young lady going in the bathroom now.
Hmm.
All right. What do you want her to do? Clean up your shit
Oh,
because your mommy
God.
did when you were younger? Oh my God! Stop. Let's talk about something else.
Well, just before we finish about going to the bathroom, here's a different spin on it for you. Pardon the pun.
Holy crap!
But like,
I watch Australia.
I don't know if you guys at gigs it's ever happened to, but like it's different
I
when
got
you're on your
bathroom
own.
stories.
When you're on your own as a DJ, you know, there's no band members there or anything, and you're just stuck there. Now, imagine some of the gigs that I've done down the years. For instance, I'm out on a street, right, and I start at 10 in the morning, and I finish at 5. Like,
Ooh, that's a
an
good long
intersection
day.
on the street, right? And I go, well, where's the
Yep.
nearest bathroom? And I'm right in front of
Yeah.
a bank. I won't tell you the name of the bank. The first time that I did this, it's like, and I thought I'll pop in there, right, and play that music, put some on that's like 4 or 5 minutes, and run in and run out.
Go for a quick whiz.
I've been
Yeah.
playing there for like 3 hours in front of this bank or whatever, or maybe longer. And he goes, no, you can't use our bathroom. So I said, oh, okay, right. So I thought, what do we do? And I said, well, you can go to the library. So I had to go all the way to the public library, right? Find somewhere that's like 8 minutes long. It's quite a ways, you know. I've been stuck in the
Stairway to
middle.
heaven.
I've been stuck in a field, you know what I mean, for like an all-day outdoor event. And they go, where's the bathroom? And they go, oh, you have to go to the main building. Like, holy crap! Right, you
Well,
know.
see, a
No
bank's
facilities
a
for those
bad.
poor DJs, you know.
Yeah, it
Come
is.
back,
Bank
your albums are half gone.
is a bad situation because
Your laptop's
there
gone.
are no toilets in banks for any clients
No, I
to
know
use,
that.
right?
I know that. Yeah.
So
I'm
Susan is saying, geez, boys, because she asked if we were all still talking about toilets. So
Yeah.
Talking about
Yeah.
we're going to move on. But
Well,
I
we
have
can
one
talk
thing
about
to-
anything. That's the
Yeah,
whole.
like-
That's the beauty.
that is.
Okay, hang on.
Susan,
Susan,
ask yourself this.
what do you
where
want
does
us
the
to
hot-
talk about?
Where
Yeah.
does the hot dog vendor go for a pee?
Exactly.
Uh-huh.
Certainly not in the bank.
It's, you know what? No, it's in one of those oil buckets and a funnel and a hose, right?
Yeah.
No, okay.
I think
So
there was a whole song written about that, Derek.
I think there
is
was.
there?
Yeah.
Oh,
Hot
okay,
dog
okay.
vendor,
All right.
Well-
where do you pee?
That's why you always see the hot dog cart and you always see this little trickle, looks like water. You figure it's from a tank or something.
Yeah,
He's got his little schnipfy in the tube and it runs down his leg and just goes out on the sidewalk, right?
yeah, his trucker
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
So basically, on the weekend, okay, because we didn't open with the weekend stuff, but I saw a band. Kathy was there too, but they're in Durham area. Rachel and Aiden. Oh my God, they were good. Like, I think they're in Voice of an Angel class. They must have taken my course, but
Oh wow.
their harmonies are just absolutely killer. They write a lot of songs together. It was amazing, and they were at Drums and Flats on Friday night.
So I googled what you said there, right? Hot dog vendor pee.
It's a song.
Okay. No. Listen, I found hot dog stand. Touch me where I pee. Is that it?
No,
No. Okay.
no.
I gotta put
That's
on
a
that
whole
song now,
different-
though. I gotta
No.
put this on.
Oh my God.
No. Okay,
Yeah, I
let's
wanna hear
just
it.
get off this topic. It's just oh my God. Okay.
Wow.
Next.
That's hot dog stand. Touch me where I pee. I gotta
Jeez.
contact these guys.
Who would have thought, right? Oh,
Hey,
do you remember?
on the 434th view?
Nice. Do you remember the other day we were talking about TV shows that we're watching, right? Sorry, my allergies are bugging me, so my eyes are watering and runny nose.
I just figured you're doing $40 your lines on strippers' asses
Yeah.
or something.
So, yeah. Oh God, there's another story. But anyways,
Just the one.
I was telling you guys about a show I was watching. It was really cool. It was all about the virtual goggles, and
Yeah.
you actually go to another world, and there's actually crime and shit happening there because they figured out a way not to get caught in the real world, but to do it in the VR world. But the show's called The Peripheral.
Hmm.
I don't know if you ever heard of it.
No.
It's only one season. It's only 8 episodes,
So
but it's really, yeah. It's what I thought so too. I thought only one season. What the fuck? The thing they did though is they ended the last show of that season so well. They pretty much finalized all the episodes. So they said, well, there's no real reason to make another one because
Yeah.
they ended it perfectly.
because they're not paying us enough to make more.
Yeah. It had some decent actors in it too.
No, like some movies and shows should or run its course and kill off.
Well, yeah, it was 8 episodes. It's like watching a really long movie, but it was really good. It was entertaining, and it was really techy. So I liked it, sci-fi type stuff. So if you're into something like that, you don't want to spend weeks and weeks or months. It's only 8 episodes. Watch The Peripheral. It's pretty good. You'll like it.
The Peripheral.
I'll have to check
Yeah.
that out. That sounds
I
cool.
checked it Wednesday. I thought it was pretty good. Wednesday
Yeah?
is
Yeah, I'm
it's,
kind of part way through it.
Tim Burton.
Uh-huh.
He didn't ruin it.
No,
Right? He didn't screw it up like Zombie always does. So
I like the scene where she gets her brother gets beat up by the
Susan.
swimmers, right? And she takes a bunch of piranhas and throws them in the pool. I thought that was brilliant.
Yeah, the
Oh,
opening
really?
scene.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. Oh yeah, that's wicked.
I think it's pretty cool. But yeah, there's a lot of good things out. Like Netflix keeps coming out with stuff. And what's the other one? Like Amazon.
Well, now you're not as inhibited, right? Because you don't have to worry about having MGM contracts or
yeah.
whatever. You can get
Yeah,
independent.
you know what? I'll tell you something.
Tubi is awesome.
It's getting a little dickish because now you're having Netflix, Prime. You have all these channels, right? Or suppliers make their own shows now as well. They're actually producing
Yep.
TV series and movies and everything, right? Which is
Yeah.
brilliant. I think it's great. But what happened is we got into Yellowstone, right? You ever watch that? Yellowstone?
For a bit, yeah.
So it's a pretty good series. It's very, very popular. People
Wanna
are
go to
digging
the
it.
train?
Yeah. So we watched the first couple of seasons, and now we're excited because it's coming back on. So Prime doesn't have it anymore. Somebody else owns it. It's I forget, but somebody else now owns the rights to it. So it's still available on Prime. But now if you want to watch it, you have a 7-day trial. And if you after the 7 days you can't watch anymore, or you have to pay.
Yeah, I think it's Amazon Prime because interview.
Yeah,
with
that's where I watched it, but someone else has the rights to it now.
Oh, okay.
So I'm like, well, that's bullshit. So now I can't watch my show because I have to pay someone else to watch it.
Yeah. So yeah, that's kind of baiting, like.
Yeah. And you only get a 7-day trial, so you can watch 1 or 2 shows that are there. But if you want to watch any more, it's a week away. You're screwed. Now you have to pay.
So Interview with the Vampire got redone.
Yeah.
And the
Paramount.
Yeah, it was kind of not bad, but again, they sucker you into the first episode free, and then you got to log on to a trial, right?
Yep.
And that's what it is these days. They want your information, right? I think there's a whole business now to be able to erase people off the internet.
They want your information, and then they want your money. So it's like, nope, not going to happen.
I don't think our information. There's enough of our information out there anyway. They don't have to try to.
I know.
It's like it's all out there anyway, right? So,
well, a buddy of mine called me and he said, "Listen," he says, "There's something I gotta get off the internet, like through Amazon or whatever." And his family actually, they've all chosen they're off-gridders, right? And they don't even own a credit card anymore.
Right.
They got right away, like, because everything can be tracked, right?
Yeah.
They don't.
Yep.
Well, right down to your money.
Mm-hmm.
Your money can be tracked.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, that's why they want to get rid of cash.
Yeah.
They want you to have that piece of plastic.
That's right. So they check how much you drink, how much you smoke, how much you eat,
how much you spend on groceries.
I go no. Yeah.
Well, I mean, look at like Facebook does that now, right?
Yeah.
We talked about this before. That movie, Social Dilemma on Netflix.
How you vote. Yeah. Everything.
Total
recall. To the
recall.
point where they will have a construct of information that is tailored for you as a viewer.
Yeah.
And it's designed to manipulate, right?
Well, do you think down the road, like say the next generation, they'll roll up and they've got something wrong with them, they'll show up at a clinic or a doctor or whatever, and then they'll go, oh, let's have a look at, you were at the liquor store 4 times a month or 6 times a month.
Yeah.
Oh, and you were, oh no, sorry, you have to go,
Well, it's already implemented in, I think it's Japan, isn't it?
Oh, is it?
Or is it China? Maybe it's China. I think China's dictatorship. Right? Anyways, they have facial recognition and everything, and it's like if you jaywalk, you automatically just get deducted money out of your account.
Wow.
Right?
Holy
and that's facial recognition. They bring up people to rat on their neighbors.
Wow.
Right? You tell me, they're doing something wrong. Now you get 20 extra pence.
Oh, it's got to be China. Sure.
Imagine that, right? Like such a controlled society.
China.
And I know exactly what you're talking about. It's so rampant now in Asian countries that it's you can't. There's nothing you can do. Like, imagine how that's going to if we were to do that. Well, we're already starting to do that in North America, but we'd be so suppressed. People wouldn't want to express themselves or masturbate in public anymore.
Back to that.
Wow.
There you go.
Well,
our
really,
next thread of discussion will be masturbating in public.
There you go.
Nice one, Ringo. You had to bring that up, didn't you? Hey, you know what we should do? I got an idea. We each have 2 minutes.
Uh-oh.
We have to bash somebody. Whether it's an actor, like a movie star, prime minister,
bash
your neighbor. You gotta bash somebody. You gotta something that happens, something you think, and you go,
Oh, like literally not bash them.
You just want to have
Yeah.
a thing where we just bash people right now?
Like roast somebody.
yeah,
I mean,
right now, roast them, sure, roast them, bash them, whatever you want to call it.
Fucking roast you.
Oh.
I don't know. Trudeau.
Good night, Susan. Charge your batteries up better next time.
I
Come
don't-
on.
I don't-
Any of you
I don't
see
want to
the
talk
White
bad
Lotus?
about people and put people down. I want people to
No.
be happy.
Yeah,
that's
Right.
right. Let's be positive.
We
Yeah.
exactly.
Put out
We've been
good
kind of going
vibes.
skating. in
Okay,
the dark.
but I
I
gotta
tried
get this
watching
out.
a Christmas movie. I tried watching a Christmas movie for my first time just because I wasn't feeling so good.
Was it a
I thought-
Hallmark movie?
No, it was some fucking like Uncle Bobby shouldn't be Santa or something. I can't remember. But it was just some. I thought, fuck off.
Well, it's funny you should mention that because, like, for some reason, like, I got hooked on. It's not very new. I think it's like from 2005 or somewhere around there. But it just happened to be on, and I'm watching it because it was on where I was at the time, and it was Christmas with the Cranks, and it's.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, that's a good show.
And I got sucked right into it. It was so stupid, but I was just laughing out loud. It was just so silly, you know.
We're
It's great.
boycotting Christmas.
I actually almost like.
great.
I was thinking a bunch of us were going to go to Cuba on the 27th.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's going to realistically happen. But
I'm going to March.
yeah, and then come back on like the 3rd or something, right?
Mhm.
Which would have been awesome, but
Yep.
it's not. Gonna
Excuse you.
Excuse me.
Next time, just
What?
grab the mic and burp right into it, man.
I'll let that
Oh gosh. Echo signature.
Actually, it's only Christmas.
He tries to be quiet about it, but he bends down into the mic.
We'll name that
So
tune in
on that occasion, I'm gonna do my bash now, and
All right. Okay.
I'm gonna bash James
Fuck back
Bond.
me.
I'm
James
bashing
Bond.
James Bond.
Which one?
Which one?
Roger Moore.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. Don't let me stop you.
Roger Moore. It's funny because I stopped in at my buddy's place, and they had a James Bond movie on. It was on the TV.
Yeah.
So I don't know what the name of the movie is. Maybe you guys could tell me, or a great James Bond fan might be able to tell me. But there's a scene. There's a blonde lady.
Yeah.
You know, and she's really high up, really rich, blah blah blah. So James Bond, Mr. Roger Moore, does his moves, of course, and gets her to take him home, right? And
Pussy Galore?
That's a lot of.
No, it won't be Pussy Galore. No, that
no,
was Sean Connery. Goldfinger.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so
Right.
who is it?
so
again?
the scene. I watched the scene, and I'm looking and going, I can't believe what I just saw.
Yeah.
They're having drinks, right? And she's got her drink, he's got his, and he goes over, and she's drinking her drink, and she's getting tipsy and happy because she wants to go to bed. Mr. Roger Moore takes his drink, and he goes over to the couch, and he pours the drink between the cushions. Yeah, I was floored. I'm going, holy shit! That just tells me Roger Moore is a pussy, and he can't hold his drinks. And
Yeah.
second of all, how dare you? You're a pig. You just poured your drink in someone's couch. I
Now,
couldn't believe it.
Did they do a duet and sing "Baby It's Cold Outside"?
No.
Oh my God!
Well,
Don't
I
couldn't
don't remember
believe
that.
it.
on that.
I don't
start on
remember that
I don't
scene,
even
but
want-
So all
for
you
me-
James Bond fans,
well, no,
Roger Moore fans, there you go.
Okay,
Whatever.
so
he was
Pompous
the worst
piece of
Bond
shit.
ever. The worst
My name
Bond.
is
He should
Bond.
never have been
Sling
James
the
Bond.
No.
so
But-
how many movies do you think Roger Moore did as James Bond?
Oh, he did a couple.
About 6, maybe.
Roger Moore.
Yeah.
6.
Yeah, and see, he
So-
was the worst James
5 or
Bond.
6.
He was James Bond from 73 until 85,
Oh, okay.
right?
So how many movies?
He did 7.
7. Okay. That was a bit.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well,
No,
you know
he
what
was
I think of Roger Moore.
No, tell me.
He was terrible. You know what makes me laugh? This whole thing about James Bond, like,
Is
should
he
it be a
dead?
woman now? You know,
Or is
should it
this
be a black
murdered?
guy now?
Roger Moore. Oh, sorry.
James Bond has run its course for me, and I used to really like the Bond movies. I have them all, seen them all. Yeah. But to me, that franchise has absolutely run its course.
Yeah.
No
once you have a parody that's bigger than the actual franchise, right?
Yeah.
The parody was bigger, so it's done.
Yeah, like the guy who shagged me.
Gold member.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but you're right. You're right, George. Now you get a woman James Bond. Then you can have a black James Bond.
Or a black guy playing a James Bond. I mean, in the last one.
And then you'll have a transvestite.
Was a black girl.
And then,
you know,
whatever.
So Roger Moore passed away in Switzerland. That's a bucket list place. October 14th, 1927 till May 23rd, 2017. He was 89.
Yeah.
Oh, well, he lived.
That was when the Bond thing started to go down when they made him Bond. That was it. It was over.
Yeah.
That was over. You think? I think that's when I probably would have started watching it, right?
Yeah.
And that's why I never liked James Bond. I couldn't stand that character.
Oh, I think it was a great character of its time. Of its time, in the 50s.
What, Roger Moore or the other one?
Yeah,
the original
Roger
character.
Moore.
I mean, I've read all the books. I've read all the books twice. I've read all the books twice. Like first as a kid, I read them as I got them, and then I think it was like 1991. So I read them in sequence, and it's the whole story from start to finish, and it ends. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Do you want to know the biggest thing I've just realized in movies? When we were younger, right, there was no parental guidance. I started looking at movies that I used to watch when I was my son's age. And I was like, oh, hey, we should check this movie out, right? Fucking rated R or 18 plus, whatever it is now, right? Yeah. 18 plus 18. Like, holy shit, man. Like, every movie I watched from the time I was 10 to like fucking 20 or, 10 to 18 was all rated R.
Yeah. Well, there's
Rambos and...
Yeah. But I mean, going before that, when I was a kid, like back in the Middle Ages, there was like in England, there was 3 ratings. You had U, which was universal, A, which was adult accompaniment, and X. There was just the 3 then, right? So the Bond movies, when I'm like 12, the Bond, say, Goldfinger came out. How old was I? Yeah, I was 12. And so, like, there's no way my mum would take me to see something like that. You know, so what we used to do, and kids used to do this, you'd stand outside the cinema on the steps and he'd ask people to take you in to see it because they're adults, right? And people would do it. People would do it.
Yeah, come on, kid, let's go.
Yeah.
Well, so I got 5 kids tonight.
Yeah, and you could do it. I used to do that too with our buddies, as well, right? Because I'd go in and I'd go, "Will you take me in, mister?" Usually it's couples, younger couples used to do it, not the older people. But like young couples, you go, "Can you take me in?" Even to an X-rated movie, right? They go, "If I get me a ticket," and you kind of stand back in the background a bit while they buy a ticket. You get your ticket, and then you just go in the movie and you're in. And that's how I used to do it.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah. We used to always have the older guy who would buy us beer and everything, right? He was always a few years older, and he would just drive us around because we put gas in his truck or car, whatever he had at the time, and bought us beer. Go to the movie theater, and that back then, that's when girls had big purses. You could, with 2 girls, you can sneak in a whole 24 of beer, right? It's awesome. So you used to go with a bunch of guys, and we just sit there and drink because you could even smoke in the theaters back then, right?
Oh yeah. Back then, I remember when they split the theaters. They were like left side was smoking and non-smoking was the right side. Like, what?
Yeah.
Well, it's funny because I still remember the building that the music hall was in. That used to be a movie theater with the balcony.
Yeah.
In Uxbridge.
And I used to go watch movies there, and you could only smoke in the balcony. You couldn't smoke on the lower level.
Yeah.
And I always thought that was so stupid because everyone upstairs is puffing their brains out. But that's what the projector is, so it's going to go through all the smoke, right?
The original smoke machines.
Yeah, pretty much. And my favorite was the drive-ins because do you guys ever remember the TP drive-in in Pickering?
No, we didn't have drive-ins in the UK.
Oh no! Oh God, we did.
No such thing. No.
Well, how
And-
big's the island?
What are you talking about?
Like the UK, like England. How big is England?
Oh, the
Isn't it-
British Isles. You'd have to. It's Scotland, Wales, and England is like the big island, right?
Yeah.
I
Well,
don't know,
how big is England itself?
It's not that big.
No,
Not
like
big at
you
all.
can drive across it in a day, right?
Oh, less than that. From east to west. Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I used to do that all the time. No, not all the time, but quite often. You know, I don't know if good few times.
See, I've never been there.
Hull on this side to Hull on that side. I would say that would take you 3 hours. But if you
Wow.
went from north to south, that's different. 'Cause
Yeah.
It's kind of that shape, right?
Okay, but even still, so how far is it north to south?
I don't know exactly because
Is it like you could drive 12, 14 hours here?
Oh no, nothing like that. No, I could because where I grew up and lived, we were in Manchester, which is sort of 2/3 of the way up, so maybe just through, you know. So to London, down to London, which you're getting down to the south, but then you've got that extended bit that's Cornwall and what have you, Exeter. But to London would take me 4 hours from where I lived, say, max.
Yeah.
Not allowing for traffic, or maybe 3.5, like, but if, you know.
Mhm.
And then if I wanted to go the other way to get to the border of Scotland, it would probably take me a little bit less than that, 3 hours. But then you're in Scotland, and then that goes all the way up, right?
So you could like drive around the whole place in like a day.
Yeah, well, you could if you didn't stop.
Like if you just wanted to.
A couple of days, you could. Yeah, depends how you, because it's a funny shape. Yeah.
Yeah. Depends on how much cocaine you do. Yeah.
Mhm.
But yeah,
So it's kind of the size of Prince Edward Island or Newfoundland.
I can't remember the actual.
Well, I went to PEI and back, and that was almost 4,000. That was like 38, I think.
Oh, look at that. Kathy remembers the TP drive-in.
Yep.
So it was funny because they had the drive-in, and then right on Liverpool Road was the Ponderosa. Remember the Ponderosa Steakhouse?
Oh yeah. I got a story with Ponderosa.
Yeah, so what we used to do is we used to drive into the Ponderosa, and we just get our lawn chairs out of our trunk, and we just walk into the drive-in, and we just sit up beside the speakers, and we watch the movie, right?
Yeah.
But then, now they got security, so we get in shit and all that stuff. So I said, okay, we got 9 people. How are we going to get in the drive-in? Well, we did the same thing. We all jammed in my car. I put people in the trunk. We did all that stuff, right? And then they didn't start letting you have chairs because the same reason. So what I started doing, and it worked every time, I never got in shit. I would just get the dumbest looks. I would drive in the exit backwards, and I would just wave as I went by the booth. Nobody ever fucking stopped me. So I'd fill a whole car full of people, and we just drive in the exit backwards. I'd be backing up. Do.
Is it still there, Heiko? Or is it gone?
No, it's gone.
Ponderosas
It's
are
gone.
gone.
Yeah,
Well, why? Yeah. Why is it gone?
because of me.
Exactly.
So
It was,
there was a
it was
Ponderosa.
unbelievable.
There was a Ponderosa in Newmarket. And yeah. So there was a Ponderosa
What happened?
in Newmarket.
Oh wow.
And when my parents first were starting the farm, right? So my dad needed chairs for the table, dining room chairs. So they threw me into the garbage bin because Ponderosa just threw out all the chairs. So I literally threw out like 12 chairs, and this is a fucking garbage bin. I'm not 10.
So they're the old
I'm like
metal
6 probably.
chairs, right?
No,
Metal
they were
frame
wood.
chairs?
They were wood, real thick wood. So I'm throwing, and it's just broken parts. And my dad all of a sudden goes, "Okay, that's enough." I ended up throwing enough for 12 chairs, right? Like worth of material, and we got 8 out of it. My mom painted them up and put little cow decorations on them and stuff. Yeah.
That's funny.
That's my Ponderosa story.
Mm-hmm.
Don't remember what the food was like, but I remember being in the fucking garbage bin to throw out.
No, I never ate in the Ponderosa that often, but we would use the park a lot to watch movies.
Yeah. So in Sharon, at the drive-in there,
Yes.
it's the drive-in, a transmission shop, and then a house.
Yes.
So that house used to be my friend Jason's. I just reconnected with him fairly recently.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So we used to go at night and just sneak in with lawn chairs, and when they still had the window mount speakers, right?
Yeah.
They still had them for a little while. So we used to go and just put them on our chair, and we just sit and listen to it, right? Then the guy would come out at the end, hey, what are you guys doing? And we'd run away, and he never really was chasing us because he just yelled at us. And then later on, we had to bring a radio. So we just bring a little radio with batteries, right?
Yep.
Sneak under the fence again.
Mm-hmm.
We did that for years. It was great.
Was that for movies?
Yeah, the drive-in. Because how it was, George, okay, so you had a pole in the center, and it used to have 2 speakers. So one car would pull up on one side, one car would pull up on the other, put it in your window, right?
Yeah, I've been to a drive-in, but actually was 1980 the first time I came here, and it was in Newmarket, actually.
Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about.
Yeah. The Newmarket Drive-In, yep.
Sharon,
what did I see? The first one, I think I saw a couple. The first one was Xanadu.
Yeah, I saw that there too. That was
my first drive-in ever.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah. I remember seeing Xanadu there because my parents were into it.
At the TP Drive-In, I saw Star Wars: The Empire Strikes Back. We saw it 7 times.
Oh yeah, nice.
And the drive-in.
In the drive-in,
you reversed in 7 times.
Yep. Oh, more than that. I did it probably 30 times because we watched so many movies there.
One.
So we snuck into the drive-in once, right? We had a buddy, and he's like, "Okay, I'll go in the trunk. I ain't paying, right? Because it went up to like $7 or something, right?
Holy shit!
Yeah. Oh, it was really expensive. It was crazy. That was like early 2000s.
Right.
Oh wow.
Maybe late 90s. But anyway, so Mike jumps in the trunk, and we're in line for like fucking an hour on the side of the road, right? We get in, and the movie's sold out.
Oh.
So like we're going, okay, we can't go through. So the guy has to walk you through, right? Halfway through, all of a sudden, Mike just starts banging on it. Stop! The guy's like, what's happening here? You guys gotta stop, right? Somebody's pounding on your trunk. So he stopped, let it out. He goes, you guys are letting me in anyway. I'm just gonna fucking jump back in the car. I'm dying from exhaust fumes.
Nice.
Yeah.
I can remember seeing Kathy sing Xanadu at karaoke. There you go.
Yep.
I enjoyed it. I mean, it was a terrible movie, but I enjoyed it. But there I have a low threshold of entertainment, as you guys might have noticed. But very low, yeah.
I've got a movie for you guys around that same time as Xanadu.
Yeah.
I can't remember. I want to call it Condor Man.
Condor Man. I know the name.
I think the Greatest American Hero was off of it. But it was a Condor Man, and this guy, and he just had great big wings. Yeah.
I think you better Google that, buddy, because
it rings a bell. The name rings a bell. But I also saw Close Encounters there when they brought out the special edition with that extra ending. I saw that at a drive-in. I saw that at Newmarket. Trying to remember some.
Yeah, drive-ins were a lot of fun. We were all rednecks up north, and so we. You guys.
You go party there.
Remember Cliff? Cliff's been on here a few times on the show, right?
Yep.
And his dad's truck, we used to take that out to the drive-in, and we'd throw a picnic table in the back of it. And
perfect.
And then we go meet him at the truck, hop on the picnic table, break open the coolers of beer, and
You couldn't do that at the Odeon Theatre on Oxford Road in city centre Manchester. You couldn't do that.
Yeah.
We used to get later on. We got the
You won't see the movie.
my buddy's pickup, and we took the bench seat out of the van and put it in the back, and then we put a mattress down. So you flop the tailgate. You got the mattress there. People sitting, laying on the mattress. People sitting in the chair. Yeah. That's cool.
Found it.
No.
Condor
Man.
I am Condor Man.
Yeah, there's the big red wings.
Yeah,
Jeez.
I've seen that. Maybe because of one of the boys when we were young.
And I think
Any actors that we know in that?
Well, no. I'm telling you. Do you remember the greatest American hero?
Yeah.
Okay, I
Believe
think
it
that,
or not, I'm walking
on air. Okay, so I think that is who that guy is, and I think that this is what Condor Man was what sparked that sitcom.
You know what? I think you might be right about that because I remember that was.
Oh wait, okay, here it is.
Wasn't it the pilot?
It's Michael Crawford, Oliver Reed, and Barbara Cara.
Believe it or not,
Michael Crawford. He's an English actor, right? Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. I can't remember, but yeah.
God, that's funny.
Yeah.
Condor Man.
Yes,
Was it like Barbara who? Who is it? Barbara who?
Barbara Carrera.
Okay.
Oh, here, I'll get you a picture of her. Whoa.
I think
Back
looks
up.
familiar.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, that's Michael Crawford. He used to do a character called Frank Spencer on the BBC.
Ah,
And he did Francis the Opera. Yeah.
cool.
So there's still drive-ins around, eh? There's one in
Sharon's still
Coburg.
open.
There's one in Lindsay. There's the one in Sharon. That's the three that I know of.
Definitely
Right?
the Coburg one and I
Yeah.
think the Lindsay one.
And I know the Lindsay one on long weekends. What they do is they have $10 Mondays.
Yeah.
So it's $10 for your vehicle. Doesn't matter how many people are in it.
And they play like 3 or 4
And they do
movies.
3 movies. Yeah, it's
Movies
crazy.
used to be $2.50 Tuesdays, right?
Yeah.
Well, a long time ago.
Yeah, well, that was all the way up until the early 2000s until they started making the Cineplexes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can watch movies with 200 people now. One person's coughs and you're all sick. Yeah.
Yeah, I was watching all the promo for New Year's now in New York, and they're talking about how they expect over 25,000 people in downtown to watch the ball.
Yeah,
drop.
like it used to be.
Yeah.
It used to be a blast, right? All the people down there. So what? You get the flu. Who cares?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, like look at the World Cup. You got like 50,000 people from different countries. No one's wearing masks.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Well, you got to develop a bit of a herd immunity, right? So,
Yeah, it just kind
You can only do so much, right?
That's exactly what it is.
Come on, what is it?
Look at what's happened to me. I can't believe it myself.
I need a cake.
Wow.
Suddenly I'm up on top of the world. It should have been somebody else. Believe it or not, I'm walking on air. I never thought I could feel so free. Flying away on a wing and a prayer. Who could it be?
That's very.
I thought
80s.
Ringo was actually
Very
flying
80s.
there for a moment.
I know, eh? That's
Yeah,
the
it was-
special effects I've got here.
That's that crossover 70s, 80s. You know what I mean? That's like still not quite into the digital era.
Yeah. Yeah. So, what's your favorite
Wait, I do
decade?
have
What's
to
your
see.
favorite decade for music?
Mine?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say I like the 90s.
Here, I've got a cake.
Right.
here.
I'm really enjoying playing 80s, but 90s and early 2000s The only problem with that music is that it's very, very depressing.
Yeah.
Right? It's very dark, but like the musicianship, I like the not so much rock star image.
Yeah.
Right.
Believe it or not, I'm walking
on it. And
Nice,
yeah.
babe.
Yeah.
There you go. He's ready to
So
turn the fan on, Ringo. Blow your cape out, and then you can.
That's right.
What
Up,
was
up
that?
and
You're
away,
gonna
like
blow my
Superman.
Hang on a minute.
They call me Ben Gay Ultra.
Hey, my Pink Floyd shirt sort of goes with it too. Hang on.
It does.
Every
Nice.
superhero needs a hat.
That's a fucking rucksack.
Yeah, I gotta do some cleaning here, I guess.
Holy shit! Look at this.
Toys with you.
Oh. Hey,
He's getting all dressed up for us.
Wow.
Red.
Oh, dear.
Yeah.
Look, ladies and gentlemen.
There we go.
Introduced to you.
Oh.
Oh, it's Wonder Ringo.
Oh, losing
Wow.
Wow.
Wondering. All right.
other thing here. Kathy used to sing that she sang Xanadu.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Hey, Kathy, will you come on and sing Xanadu for us right now?
Yeah, I
She
think we
probably
should.
would,
We should.
but
Would you? Let her
Yeah.
come on and sing Xanadu. I want to be serenaded. We got 5 minutes left.
Xanadu. I
Kathy,
am
you want
Xanadu.
to do that? I don't even know.
Believe it or not,
I'm walking on air. I never thought I could feel so free. Flying away on a wing in a prayer. Who could it be?
Brilliant.
Believe it or not, it's Ringo.
You see, we went from bathrooms, toilets to this.
I think
This
George is gonna do his like little commercial videos.
I know.
He does, and he's gonna clip this part out.
This is entertainment. I mean,
My
where else
mind
you-
is just blown right now. Like I blinked, and for a
Welcome
second
to
there,
the
I thought I
Atomic
saw
Ballroom.
Wonder Woman.
yeah,
So I know you guys always make fun of Xanadu, but I thought it was awesome.
No, I liked it.
Oh shit! I tried doing something. Yeah,
Uh-oh.
no, I thought Xanadu was really cool.
Yeah.
But I
Still got the soundtrack on vinyl.
So
Yeah?
Yeah, we used it as a backside once. Remember?
Yes.
we might try and get Elvish in next week
Oh, Elvish.
prior to Christmas, right?
Hey, didn't Elvish turn into a woman?
I don't know.
Uh-huh. So I don't know if he changed back into a guy again.
Which Elvis?
Elvish.
Elvish.
Yeah.
not
Remember?
Elvis.
Last
Yeah.
time we saw Elvish, he wasn't a male anymore. He was a
hang on.
female.
Yeah. No, yeah, he was the female counterpart, wasn't he?
Uh-huh.
Hey George, do you know who this is?
Oh my God, I know that.
E.T. E.T. Phone home. Phone home.
Ah,
You going in the back now?
Oh,
Xanadu. This is the Xanadu I remember. This is not one of the first albums that I ever got.
no. Should I know?
Yeah, it's from 1977. Come on, you guys gotta figure it out. Somebody's gotta get it. Sounds called Xanadu.
What context am I listening in?
Well, that was a long intro. I have this album.
You do. You have to.
Yeah, I have the vinyl.
Yeah.
Who was
Come
it?
on, George.
I don't know.
Come on. You got to guess this, George.
The
It's
song
Rush.
is called Xanadu, and it's off of an album called "A Farewell to Kings" from 1977.
Yeah.
Come on.
Farewell to Kings. Oh,
Come on, George.
I don't know. I feel I should know it.
Oh yeah, you should. You should.
Farewell
It's like
to Kings.
yeah, yeah.
Starts with an R.
Can't be Rush. It can't be Rush.
Yeah, it
can
is.
Yeah,
Totally
okay.
is. Yeah.
Rush. You
Yeah.
can't tell
Yeah,
by that guitar.
See, I wasn't really back in '77. You didn't get a lot of Rush in the UK. They weren't really.
No?
No.
No, they weren't all that.
They weren't there yet.
Oh, not
I
in
guess they weren't
77.
ever there, really, were they? They were more
No,
American.
no, we didn't get a lot of them.
Kathy, that was a Rush tune. As soon
That
as
was-
the guitar breaks, man.
Kathy,
you
that
know-
was called Xanadu, and it was like the first. I still remember the first time I heard that. My buddy put on headphones like for me. He's like, "Put
Yes.
this on," and I listened to the because it comes in all real slow and tingly, right?
Mhm.
And I was
Yeah.
like, "What the
I was
hell is this?"
getting
It's like, yeah, and he's just like, "Just sit there, just sit there,"
Yeah.
and then it started doing all the stereo shit that they
Yeah.
did back in the 70s, right?
Mhm.
And
How was
I was
it?
like, wow, that's kind of really cool.
Yeah. I was in the liquor store last week. Well, a couple of times last week, but don't tell
Wow,
anybody.
a couple
'Cause
times?
They might check out my medical history down the road. But anyway,
Look
don't
in the
look at my-
recycling bin.
but there's actually a full can. I mean, they have their own beer. It's like in like 6-pack bottles, but there's like a special collectors, and there's 4 cans of beer with Rush. They've got their own like
Rush
4
beer.
cans of beer in like a presentation pack at the moment.
Awesome.
Oh.
Yeah, I might pick one up, just for the heck of it.
All right, boys. I think it's that time.
It
You had
is.
enough.
Pack it up.
Wow.
Pack it
Yeah,
in.
I'm
Let
actually
me
cold.
begin.
Pack it up, pack it in.
I came to
Wow.
win, battle me. That's a sin.
There you go. Name that tune.
Only the act up, the whole crew act up, get up, stand up. Come and get your hands up.
Ringo just wants to get back in his cool army truck and head up north.
That's right. Get airlifted out of there. Or back
You know
into
what?
wherever he's
It's
coming
all
from.
kind of good to go. I did all of the wiring and stuff for my communication stuff on it, and yeah, I'm good to go. I put a cell booster in it. Here, I'll
Nice.
show you the truck though, if you want, because I
Yeah. Show the fans your truck.
Chucks. I like
I got to drive this too,
Oh, yeah?
just for a short period of time, but I did get to drive it.
Is it an Armstrong or does it steer actually nice?
No, it actually it drove really nice.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Now, is that amphibious?
No, but I do have. See that trailer in the back?
I do see that. Yeah.
I just picked up an Argo, which
Okay.
is 6-wheel amphibious. Goes
You got the
anywhere.
6-wheel? Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have the 8-wheel?
Huh? I have the 8-wheel? I know the 8-wheel. My friend used to have one.
Yeah. They're
They
pretty
are-
neat little machines.
They are. If you drive them right, you can go through a lot of different stuff. Just don't
That's
expect to
my
go fast.
truck being
That's the-
hauled into the bush.
That's Ringo's
I had a
ride.
3-wheeler.
You had your haul. How the fuck did they? Why did they haul your truck into the bush?
That's his ride home tonight after the show.
It's a game they play.
My
They
drone
hook up
haul-
your truck,
Yeah.
they fly the helicopter way out in the middle of nowhere, and they drop you. And you got to find your way back to camp.
Well, that's why my truck is called a pickup truck.
Oh,
because you
being-
pick it up by the wheels.
Ringo, is this something you know that we should know with all this going on?
About what?
I don't know. Is it something you know that's going to happen?
Civil
Hey,
unrest.
I don't know if Richard is going to listen to this later or not, but he was saying that he wants to get together with all of us for a drink.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
But he's in Montreal, though.
I said, Richard, the four of us have never been in the same room together.
We actually don't exist, I don't think. We're just virtual images on a screen.
That's pretty much it.
That thing's pretty cool. I like that, Ringo.
Holy shit, Keisha, you show up now at the end of the show?
I wouldn't say that, there'll be civil unrest or,
There's been civil unrest for a
There'll
while.
be
It's just nobody does anything about it.
No, there is in Peru. I saw it on CP24.
You know what's funny? You're right. We have never all been in the same room together,
No.
but I was lucky enough to see all of you guys
In the same
individually on the same day.
day. Did you really? Yes. Oh, you're
yeah,
right.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, when you-
The brownie day.
I did the
Oh.
tour.
Yeah.
when we go off, we have our little chat, Heiko. Remind me about that. I've got a story for you.
Oh, nice. All right.
I see
Sounds
George a lot at his gigs. Like,
Yeah, the players
the
bench. Yeah,
and stuff
yeah,
like that.
Yeah.
because you and Terry used to come in, right?
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, we'll have to do it soon, folks. Just for our
Yeah.
fans. We'll have a
the-
bonding
the-
night.
And the time I was with Heiko in the studio, you were away
A bondage night.
Yep.
bonding.
Yeah. Bring your band-aids.
Yes, we can bondage. We can have a bondage night. Little
Yeah.
Yes, we
bondaging.
can.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah,
All right.
we should wrap it up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Everybody
Just
good?
Remember in December, gift wrap your member.
Oh God.
Oh, and I'm hearing rumors tomorrow night. If you switch to Twitch, I think the ballroom might be back. Yeah. I'm hearing
No.
it.
Are you kidding me, George?
I have a
Really?
very good source that is informing me.
No
that
way.
It could just happen tomorrow night. Yeah, it might be the start of season 2. Yeah.
All right.
What did you abandon?
Tell
it?
everybody where, what time, all this. Tell us.
Switch to Twitch, 7:30 p.m. We'll see you then. You can
On
drop in
where?
and tune out on Twitch.
On Twitch.
Yeah.
So what do you look
George
for
Andrew.
on Twitch?
Oh,
There you go.
George Andrew. Just look for DJ George Andrew Atomic Ballroom. You'll find them.
All right.
I'll take
I
you
wanna-
on a trip across those dance floors and those decades, traveling at 60 minutes per hour.
I want to I want to just give a shout out to the Rock Pile too, because on January 7th they are having 27 bands play, and that's going to be one hell of a feat to do for Memorial.
yes.
Wow.
And Derek, you're playing this
Hey.
week. Is it this weekend or next weekend?
I'm playing this weekend
Where are you playing,
Where?
Derek?
in
Where are you
Port
playing?
Perry
Come on, tell
at Anchor Point.
In?
Oh, you're back there
Port Perry.
again?
Yeah.
What? When? What day? What time?
Saturday.
Saturday evening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Show
Cool.
up early or stand and watch.
That's right. Standing room only last time, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Speaking
I
of the
will be-
rock pile, that's in January. The rock
Yep.
pile has December 23rd.
Mhm.
Remember?
Yes,
They
they
have-
do. And they have the Pantera tribute band, who is also going to be on the tribute the night that we're playing.
Yeah. What do they call it? A very metal Christmas.
Cowboys from Hell. Yes.
That's a great
Very
night.
Metal
So
Hell. That's at 555 Dundas Street.
Yeah, they've got a 50-50 draw, right? I remember that. Leave
Yeah.
tickets
Voice of
for
an
April
Angel will
the
be
2nd
performing
or
in
3rd.
Burlington this weekend. So,
wow.
You doing what,
Voice of
Ringo?
an Angels in Burlington.
yep.
All right.
Some thing. Yep.
What are you playing?
So, folks, you're looking for some holiday fun? Go to the rock pile. Look them up. They got some
Pre-Christmas
great shows
warm-up.
coming up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Before and after Christmas.
Yes.
And if you're in the Port Perry area, come out and see Derek and his band play Saturday night.
Yeah.
Sounds like fun.
You're
You're not gonna You're gonna put your good face on though, right, Derek?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
No masks. No masks.
Not the one we have to look at today, right? You
No,
put
no.
the good face on.
Yeah. I'll
We'll
put
have a different mask on than
Halloween
tonight.
face on.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Well, guys, it was a great show. Thanks. I felt so much better today because all four of us were on. It was nice.
Yeah.
It's like
was
the family's back together.
Boys are back in town.
The boys in the bright white sports car.
Holy
Where
crap.
did they get that car?
I know, eh?
If you want more of that, folks,
They are.
Saturday night, Derek in Port Perry.
In Port Perry.
There's lots more where that came from.
He'll be right outside the Salvation Army.
You
Let's
never
look
know.
for him. Yep.
And
You
you
never
do
know.
encores.
You never know. Yeah, encores. Actually, okay, I'm going to tell you, I met one of the smartest guys last time I played there. Okay, so this
Ringo?
guy, no, I don't. I think actually his name was Phil. Anyways, we're going with Phil. Anyways, so this guy's in the corner, right? And he's like, so we're done, right? We already did an encore. And he's like, got to play the hip, and then it's Port Perry, so you say hip, and everybody's hip, right? So I'm like, Rob, come on, I know we can play at a hip, like it's the hip, we can do it, right?
Yeah.
And he's like, okay, I think I can get one. The guy's like, for every hip song you play, I'm gonna buy a round for everyone in here.
No.
Oh, the whole place just goes fucking crazy, right?
No kidding.
Yeah, like this guy's fucking awesome. So we play a hip song, and yeah. Okay, bud, you owe everybody around, right? The waitress is like, dude, we called last call 20 minutes ago.
No.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, bud,
Nice
you got
one.
us. Good for
Nice
you.
one.
Good for
Good
you.
job.
Well played.
Smart guy.
Yeah.
All right. If you guys want to be entertained, go check it out. Saturday night.
That's called working the band, not working the crowd, right?
Yeah, really, eh? And I want to thank our fans tonight that were on the show. The numbers were down a little bit tonight, but we know who our true fans are,
That's
which
right.
is
The hardcore.
Kathy, Susan, Richard, and Keisha. You guys rock.
And you right now watching after the show.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
You're the best person ever.
Do we have any for sure guests for next week, or is it just up in the air?
Yeah,
Possibly.
we're trying to get Elvish in.
Try and get Elvish. Okay.
Oh,
Elvish.
I
We'll
guess
see
we're
what
getting close to
sexy
that
is this
Christmas
year.
time. But when
I
is
know.
our is that our Christmas show?
That's our
It'd have
Christmas
to
album.
be, yeah. It'd have to be.
Oh, I'm gonna just check on this. So yeah, because
Yeah, the
is on
18th,
the Sunday, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so the 19th is our Christmas show.
Oh, wow.
All right.
All right.
Jingle
All right.
bells.
Let's do it.
Are you listening?
All right, guys.
All right.
Thanks again. You guys all have a great week. And if you're bored and lonely and need someone to talk to, you can always call George. He loves it.
We're open almost all hours. Yeah, for sure.
Check him out tomorrow night. All right, guys.
George's barbecue and foot
It's been a
massage.
blast.
Ooh.
We'll see you guys next Monday night at 9:30 right here on the Heikadelic Show. Take care, guys. Cheers.
Well, that's another wrap for the Heikadelic Show, folks, so time to get dirty. And don't forget, listen in next week on Monday night and every Monday after that for the Heikadelic Show at 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. If you'd like more information on the Heikadelic Show, please find us at www.theheikedelicshow.com or .ca. We'll see you all next week on the Heikadelic Show. If you're interested in becoming a sponsor for the Heikadelic Show, it's easy. Just send us an email at info@theheikedelicshow.com. Meanwhile, you can browse our website at www.theheikedelicshow.com or .ca. Click on our sponsor tab and find out more information on sponsorships. Thanks for joining the Heikadelic Show, fans.